Welcome to episode 2 of NFT Shake, where we look at the hottest Solana NFTs. I'm here with Dan. Say hello, Dan.
Hi, everyone.
So first up, a little bit of housekeeping. Last week we left it in the position where Dan was about to mint. I think you had 5 bikes on Yaku Corp, is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
He had 5 bikes, and that gave him, I think, 5 whitelists to mint the capsules, which is the accommodation in the metaverse. This is a pretty hot metaverse play. The game looks good. It's on Fractal, which is a vote of confidence. How did the mint go down?
Yeah, good. I got what I wanted. I got 1 space suite out of the 5. The other 4 were the standard pods, capsule pods.
So there's like 3 sizes, is that right?
Yeah. So there was the capsule pods, the basic ones, space suites. There was about 1,750 of those, and then I think 350 galactic penthouses. And I didn't get one of those. I thought about buying one afterwards, but I didn't.
What was the price of those again?
They're about 50 now, the galactic penthouse.
So I'm looking on Fractal now. So we've got the Cyberpod, that's the small one.
Yep.
Then the penthouse is bigger.
Yep.
That's got a floor of 43. And then the space suite is... Oh no, the space suite must be smaller than the penthouse then.
Yeah, it's the wrong order there.
That's 10.
Yeah. And
then the Cyberpod's floor is 6. So the penthouse... Were you saying last week that that's more for companies and stuff?
No, that's more for... that's on Portals that we'll talk about next. Yeah, this is all gaming. Gaming metaverse. They're planning to put a casino into their metaverse and stuff like that. They're partnered with someone called Parlay, which is a casino-based play, and they're partnering with them. So yeah, I'm really thinking this is going to be a decent metaverse game, and just metaverse in general. So it's just some updates on what happened after the mint. So. The galactic penthouses, they went down to 30. I saw one go for 30 Solana, and then I was tempted at that.
That's about $3,000, $2,500 on current, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was really tempted, and then they went straight up to 60 straight after that. Now they're back at 43. So what I'm expecting is these to go down still a little more. And then spike right before the avatar mint. So you're going to need, to get the avatar, you're going to need a bike, and you're going to need one of the capsules. So I think people are going to, I think a lot of people are listing right now, maybe trying to make a quick flip, and then if they don't flip, they'll go for the avatar. And I expect the floor will rise when the avatars are, in a few weeks.
So when is that mint?
Undisclosed yet, but they're thinking late March, early April. I think they said, their plan is end of March, but don't be too upset if it rolls into April.
Cool, because my impression is it seems like the whole NFT market, especially in Solana, is on a bit of a bear market, mini bear market at the moment. Whether that will pick up again in a few weeks, or whether we're going to be in this for a year or something, I don't know. But all prices seem to be going down at the moment, which means there's bargains around.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm keeping my eye on all of these. If these go down a bit more, I may pick up another one. I may pick up another bike. Then if it goes up right before, I may flip one and flip one bike as well, just to cover my costs a bit and have less exposure to it. But I'm quite happy with 5 bikes, 5 apartments, and mint 5 avatars. I believe in it long term. Team's good. I'm excited by this one.
That's great. I mean, it is always good to. No one should ever be. No one should ever regret taking profits. Like if you took profits, that's always a win. But it's hard to do it yourself when you're emotionally attached to a project, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you keep seeing bargains like these, I think if the Cyberpods go down to like under 4, I'd definitely be looking to pick one up. Well, I think they're about 6 something now. So yeah.
These could be mint. What was the mint price on these?
2.5.
So these are above mint, and these could only be minted by people who already had a bike. So it's above mint.
Yeah.
I was thinking of getting one myself, maybe. I'm Yeah, I'll think about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you'll need one of these and a bike. The bikes are about 5.5, I think, at the moment. But to get one with like a weapon or a decent engine, they're or the supercharged engine, I think they're about 6.
All right, interesting. I'll watch this first. I'm not completely sure how games where you can just buy an expensive NFT and win, or make it easier to win, like pay to play, which is essentially pay to play. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, because people with less money might think it's unfair. Hopefully there'll be like weight classes, or different people will compete against other people in the same kind of class of NFT or something. I don't know how that's going to pan out. Maybe they'll manage to make that work, or maybe that will damage the perceived fairness of the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a concern of mine. Pay to win.
Pay to win. That's what I meant.
It's not. Yeah, they have to find a way around that for this whole ecosystem to work for the whole genre of play to earn games.
Because it'd just be blatantly unfair. Like if certain football teams had more money than others and they're playing each other, it's unfair. It's like the same kind of situation, isn't it?
Yeah, what I'm expecting is, like I said, maybe weight classes, and then also the games would hopefully be not. They still give you a chance, even if you're like a floor avatar or whatever. You got a floor bike, you still have a chance against the best bike and the best racer. That way, you can still enjoy the game and grind, earn slowly, and then upgrade. Right, all of these have upgrades. That's the best thing about NFT gaming, is you get your upgrades, right, and it's an NFT, so you can buy it or sell it. Yeah, so I think they'll find a way. Whether it's immediate and maybe some games fail, I think they'll find a way.
Yeah, I mean, Nottingham Forest could beat Manchester City, but it's not going to happen that often, is it? But yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully the advantage that the expensive ones have will be relatively small. It'll be like a 2% advantage or something.
Yeah, who knows? This is part of the excitement, really. What are they going to do? How's it going to be done? So,
yeah, it's the Wild West, isn't it? Which is makes it exciting. But either way, quite apart from how good the actual game is, if you're just speculating on NFTs and you want to make money, this seems like it could be one that will make money as well. So, although it's good to have good fundamentals. And this is on Fractal. Stuff on Fractal is handpicked. Probably going to be a good game. So I think if you're not financial advice, I think if you're buying stuff on Fractal, it's lower risk than some dodgy looking JPEG you buy on OpenSea or whatever from anonymous people, undoxed people. So it definitely seems cool. Anything else on Fractal? On Yaku?
No, that's the update for now. We'll probably have regular updates on this because it's a big project. So yeah,
brilliant. So we'll see how many more you aped into next week. So on to Portals. This is Portals listing on Fractal.
Yep. So just an update on this. They've released a sneak peek of Downtown, which is basically their metaverse. So just a quick recap. The ivory tokens you can see up there, that's access to their building 1, and then the ones slightly below the Portal citizen cards, that's access to a separate building out of downtown where you just have a smaller pod where you can change the NFTs on the wall and things like that.
So this is like the second-class citizens and the elite. Kind of,
yeah.
Yeah. The underclass.
Yeah.
And your overlords. Yeah, no, that's good.
So these are in this kind of mini bear market that we're in at the moment. These have dropped. They were hovering around 70 for a while. Now they're in the 40s. Saw one sell for 40 just today. Bit disappointed because they were around sort of 90, 95 for a while. Now it's dropped, but I still think long term this is a good play. I'm just holding. I'm holding my Genesis card as well. I think they've released an image of that yet, but you can't gain access yet. I think when you start getting access to that, access to downtown, I think this is gonna kick on. So I'm holding for now.
Here's an idea that kind of mooses my brain. That some people say there's no such thing as a hold recommendation. You should either buy or sell. And let's say you just had 50 Sol lying around. Would you buy a Portal at 50 Sol?
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, that's good. That means you should hold it. If you wouldn't,
Yeah.
that means you should sell it. Well, that's the theory
Yeah.
behind this kind of psychological game.
It's difficult because having held it when it was 95, it's so hard to sell it at 50. But when I bought it for 10, and if you'd have told me the very
They
next
bought it for
day,
10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you said the very next day you could sell it for 50, I probably would have just sold it for 50 and taken the profit and then forgotten all about it. Switched off the Discord and never looked at it again. But I believe in the team. This is why I got into it in the first place. I really like them. I like how they're going about their business. I like what they're doing. I like what they say. That's good enough for me.
That's a 5x.
It was 10. It was 10x. So bear in mind.
It was 10x.
I bought it.
But that's
10.
irrelevant. You can't go back in time.
No.
Right now is the only thing. Now, of course, it may go up to an all-time high again. I think that's probably quite likely. So with that in mind, it does make sense holding it.
It's easy after the fact, right? But I wish I'd sold it for 95 so I could now buy back in at 45
well,
and have
obviously,
50 Solana
because you're not an idiot. But yeah. If only we could all pick tops and bottoms.
Yeah, exactly. So, but there's a sneak peek on the next tab. Sneak peek of downtown.
Okay, here we go.
So, the idea that we mentioned last week that it's not a massive metaverse like Decentraland where it's so vast that you'll never see another person. This is a dense downtown kind of area. This is a train station, which I think is an odd thing to be like the first thing they build is a train station because it's.
Well, I guess the accommodation's probably maybe the most important thing, and maybe they want to spend more time on that before they show it.
Yeah. The apartments are there, and you can like detail them yourself with furniture and
is
all
that
the
is that
things.
kind of the finished artwork?
No, they're still working. No, they're still working on that. They're still developing that completely. It's not nowhere finished, but they've got updates coming to that soon. But the thought of the it's called portals, right? So I thought you would get around the metaverse using a portal.
Yeah.
You go into a little portal and you'd move. But they've got a train station. Which
Yeah, these trains. Surely these trains are going to go somewhere. Otherwise, it'd be really stupid.
Yeah. So there is right at the start of this little video. There is a map to the left of the. That map to the left there. You might not be able to see it, but it basically, if you pause it, it basically shows a little map. So it looks like there'd be different places you could go to, but who knows? It might just be a design feature. They've got no thoughts about that whatsoever. But just the idea of having to get onto a train in a metaverse.
What I want to do in the metaverse when I'm escaping is commute every day because that's going to be really fun. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's maybe you should sell it now. Yeah, it's like commuting simulator.
I'm slightly disappointed with this sneak peek, I have to say. I don't love the avatars. They've got a second. These are just like basic avatars that they threw together. They've got a second generation of avatars. Not sure what they're going to look like yet. But you'll be able to bring in your like Solana avatars from other projects
There'd have to be voxel avatars, wouldn't they?
Well, there's voxel, and no, they're going with I think it's called Ready Player Me.
Well, they'd have to be 3D avatar.
Yeah, 3D.
What's the biggest 3D avatar in Solana at the moment? I can't think of any. I've got a me bit on Ethereum, but that's about it.
No, there's a few. There's like jelly beasts or something like that.
So
I haven't got any.
It'll be maybe these 3D avatars are a good thing to ape into actually.
When I see one that I really love, I probably will. And I think they're cool things to have. And I think if we do a NFT shake project, maybe it's along those lines. Perhaps we can look into that.
That's interesting.
So it's a watch and wait and see for me on this one. I'm just going to hold it. If it goes to zero, I lost 10 Solana. I don't think it'll go to zero. It's a long-term hold for me. Yeah.
All right, brilliant. Okay, on to the next tab, MetaOps.
All right.
So we finished the follow-up. This is new on this episode.
So this is new. This is minting in 24 hours time from when we're shooting this.
So it's now 4:30 p.m. Central European time, 3:30 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, I
And
think.
in San Francisco at 7:30 a.m. So
All right. So if you scroll down a little bit, it will tell us the mint time. Oh, there you go, 26 hours. So
this is
I
so this hold on. So this one's whitelist. Why are there three things here? So there's this is the 0.5 Sol mint, all distributed to whitelist, and then there's two others in 3 days. What's the difference between these three?
Okay, so first whitelist is for the Discord members, and they dished out to 1,000 Discord members 3 whitelist tokens to each, and that's the first mint, which is tomorrow, 26 hours. There's 3,000 of those. Then 3 days later, there's the fractal whitelist. So we spoke about fractals in the last episode. So if you owned a fractal with power over 74, then you get a silver whitelist token for this mint.
Nice. So this is those fractal NFTs really coming into their own. This is like an actual real world advantage of owning a certain one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. I just love everything about fractal. I'm obsessed with it.
I've never heard this concept before. This is the start of an entire new world that we're seeing happen right in front of us now. It's super cool.
Yeah. So the surprising thing here is a few surprising things. First of all, there's 3,000 for the initial whitelist, but only 1,000 members, right? So they got 3 each, which is a bit odd. Normally, you'd have 1 each for 3,000.
Well, no, you say that. I mean, we were talking about this last week. What you really want to do is buy 3 of something, because then you could sell one, and then hold the other 2, and then maybe sell another one if it gets really high. So in some ways, that's thinking about the buyers. In other ways, maybe they don't have enough supporters.
Not sure. Yeah, really not sure. But so that's something. It's a little bit odd. It's not normal. But I'm quite happy with it. But the mint price is 0.5, which I think is really reasonable. We'll talk about what will actually mint in a minute.
Especially with the current Sol price, that's like $40 or something.
Yeah, amazing. And then it goes up to 0.9 for the fractal one, which is quite a big jump. It's nearly double, which is quite a big jump. Normally it's like 1.25 mint and then 1.5 for public or something like that. So it's quite a big jump. And then it is for the public mint, for whatever's left, it is another half a Solana. So it's a full one Sol for the public sale. So slightly strange.
You think that's a red flag somehow?
No, I don't think it's a red flag. I think this one is going under the radar, and having been in the Discord, I think these guys know what they're doing in terms of making a game. I'm not sure how much experience they've got in producing an NFT project, and maybe they haven't gone about it in exactly the right way, but I think there's some advantages to take from that.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say the way other people have done it is necessarily correct? This is all kind of uncharted territory. I mean, I assume there's some kind of internal logic. So, have you looked into this? How did you buy them? Are you on the white? Oh no, you can't buy them yet because it's not minted. But do you have whitelist? What's the situation?
Yeah. Well, we've got I've got whitelist, and we've got 3 to give away on our Twitter, which we'll talk about or post at the end.
So, what is that? What is our Twitter handle?
NFT_shake.
NFT_shake. So we will post when this video's up. That will have a giveaway on there for whitelist for MetaOps. So what is MetaOps? Did you mention what it is already?
Not yet. So it's a first-person shooter. It's likely to be the first one on Solana. So the best thing about this project is the game is ready. So mint is tomorrow. Immediate access to the game, which is unheard of. Cool. Normally you buy your NFT and we're still waiting, right? You wait months and months and months for the first game to come out.
And then they rug pull, or the game never comes out, or it sucks, or it's in development hell for 5 years, or whatever it is.
Yeah, who knows? These guys have got one map. It's only one map so far, but they've admitted that. Yeah, I mean, we can have a look at it. This is it. So we're at the mercy of the. Yeah, here we go. I mean, this is good to me, right? For a play to earn game, minimal investment at the moment.
Have they said how you learn? It's just like per frag, or?
No, not yet. None of that's in the roadmap.
I mean, that must be ready to go, because if they're launching the game, they must have.
Well, the game it's out for launch, so you can play. I think they're having a like one competition, so I think it's 100 Solana for the winner and like 50 Solana for second place, and that's it, right? The top two win, and it's just a first battle. It's going to be, I think it's sometime this week, but the actual play turn mechanics will come later when the game's.
Oh, so they're not going to be launched tomorrow then?
No, the token. So no, the token hasn't been launched yet, and all those things. So they're going about it slightly different to the others. Launching the game, then launching the. Well, actually, it's not even the character. Tomorrow we'll mint the profile pic, and then that will grant you access to the game, but it won't actually be your avatar. The avatar will drop in sometime soon. They haven't said when.
Will you be able to play the game without an NFT?
No.
Okay, so that was their original plan, but now so they are just committing to it just being an Solana NFT based game, basically.
Oh, sorry. At the moment, to gain access to the game, early access, you have to have the NFT to play. In the future, who knows? They haven't stated whether you could just. I imagine you'll probably be able to rent a character or something like that. That's what most games are doing.
Why would anyone bother doing that when they can just play Fortnite or Call of Duty for free?
So you could rent is perhaps the wrong word. So you could use a character. Say I've got one of my characters. I put them on the rental marketplace. A player chooses.
I think
to
rent
use
is the right word, isn't it? Or are they like churning to earn and you split the revenue?
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually cost them anything.
No. So they would take my character because I've put it up there to play for people to play with. They play with it. I take 70%. They take 30%. So they can grind without any capital investment.
So. Right, I like to look at the economics of projects and how it makes sense. So, the team behind this is going to be giving people Solana for playing. What is their source of income? Are they earning this Solana by getting a cut of NFT sales?
Yeah, so the 150 Sol that I mentioned a minute ago, that will be, I imagine, taken from the initial mint.
So let's say they don't have that many NFT sales. I guess the amount, if they want to stay economic, the amount you can earn will be a percentage of NFT sales. So maybe they'll give away 50% of NFT sales. So let's say they take 10% of each sale and they give away 50% of that. That will be split between the players, and that way they're still making a profit. I guess it would be something like that.
Yeah, they have to fund their team. So this is a full team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they've invested in this. They've two main guys behind it, fully doxed. Watched a video on them with Justin Can at Fractal. Seem like good guys. One of them's got experience in building marketplaces.
There were three guys in that video. Do only two of them work for the team then, or well, there's four guys in total, I think.
Can't remember.
It's not super important.
Can't remember. Yeah, there's just two main guys heading it up anyway. But it's important to mention that it's fully doxed project and no rug here. But they've built a team. They've hired people to make this game. They haven't they're not outsourcing it or anything like that. They've built a company and they're making this game. So they need to fund that going forward. Needs to run as a business. I just think. This could go up quite quickly.
I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't do stuff like just sell skins for a certain number of Sol, which could then be resold, which they take a cut of and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if the game is good, so they've got history of they're both long-term gamers, love first-person shoot-em-ups. It's the first one on Solana. It looks good to me. I'm gonna get my 3 whitelist. PFPs. So some other stuff. So this is cool. It's a little bit hidden. They mention it in a video, but it's not really mentioned anywhere else. But each PFP, you get your avatar, and with your avatar, you get a bunker. Now, it's not completely laid out yet, but maybe you have to pay for that bunker. Maybe it's free. Maybe it's airdropped. Not sure.
Whitelist,
maybe. Maybe it's if you have the avatar, then you can get the bunker. The bunker's customizable. Not sure how it's customizable yet. But any kind of land, space, or anything like that, people love that, right? So it's likely. I think it's very, very likely to go over.
What would you do with a bunker in a first-person shooter? Would it just be like your crash pad, somewhere to show off your NFTs or something?
Yeah, a place for your trophies and weapons, things like that. Yeah.
So it wouldn't be part of the gameplay. I guess we're just speculating at this point.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, not sure. Could be. Who knows? But yeah, that's cool.
Cool. I think you've sold me on this. I think I'm going to try minting. I mean, if it's only half a sol.
You get with the whitelist it is, and then I should get 2 fractal silver tokens as well for 0.9,
aren't they?
Yeah. So I could mint those as well. Yeah.
Did you mention how you got the whitelist?
No.
Do you want to mention how you got? Yeah. Well, some photographs and an MP's daughter, and then he had to.
Yeah, I bought them off a Famous Fox Federation token exchange.
So it's something famous. What is it? Famousfoxes.com or something?
Yeah.
I bought a Famous Fox ages ago because they give you a yield, and they've started doing some really interesting stuff. In addition to having dens and stuff like that. Where is it? You can also, it seems very, very inside baseball. It's not the market, but I'm just trying to find on their site where it is. A famous token market. I'm getting, okay, here we go.
Important thing to mention.
Yeah.
When you're buying tokens on there, you really have to make sure.
Well, let me just say what it is first. So it's a way of buying whitelist tokens.
Yeah. And other tokens as well. So if you get airdropped like some random token that you can't exchange on Radium or Uniswap or whatever, you can exchange them here. Well, this would only be Solana based ones. So
okay. I didn't realise it wasn't just for whitelist.
Yeah. There's probably some random tokens. There you go, Dapper Duck's eggs. Right, that's just their random token that use in their game. You can't exchange it for cash, but if you needed some eggs to just a few more eggs, right, to mint their next thing, you could buy it from here.
This kind of thing's really useful. There's that other NFT marketplace that lets you directly buy and sell something from someone else. Like this kind of having a secure, trusted marketplace where you can exchange something from someone you don't know. But isn't like a Magic Eden where they take a cut of the money or something. It could be useful, and you don't want someone else to buy it. Could be useful in certain situations.
Yeah, I think these do it. I haven't explored it, but I think Famous Fox are doing it where you can
peer-to-peer.
You can just trade like one NFT for another without, and then you don't have the costs.
But to a specific. So if I didn't know you and I wanted to sell you something for 1 sol. And I didn't want to put it on an open marketplace, and I didn't want to have to pay like 3% fees or whatever. This would do that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I haven't tried it, but yeah.
All right, but yeah, this is a really interesting site. Famous Foxes are doing some interesting stuff. So you've got the whitelists on there.
Yeah, so you in the search tokens, you paste in the token address, which you'd always get from the official Discord of the project.
I'm not in that Discord. So we don't have to do it now, but so you just paste in the token address in here.
Yeah. Then click search, and then it should come up. So it's really important to get that right. If there are plenty of fake ones out there, and Famous Fox, it probably says it on that page there somewhere. Like, this is at your own risk. So I double check it on the Discord and then buy them then.
And in the Discord, it would be in some kind of information channel, official information channel, not from another user.
Normally in their announcements, sometimes you can just if you're asking someone, make sure it's a mod, and you can kind of double verify it. So you can you get it from Discord, and when you paste it into Famous Fox, it normally says like at the top there, like the top left one, Pace's token. So
that means verified, the blue check mark there.
Probably.
It implies that, doesn't it?
Does.
Yeah, these ones do not have a blue check mark, so they just say unknown token.
Okay, cool.
Which is random. Yeah, this is like proper Wild West stuff, but yeah, if a project becomes super big and you manage to buy a whitelist token for, what did you buy them for, like 0.05 or something?
Yeah.
You can buy a whitelist token that cheaply, and then you buy it. You could probably flip some, or might be able to flip some just after the mint. Who knows? But it's a useful thing to know about.
I think you might be able to flip the tokens if you buy them early enough.
But does anyone know about this token marketplace? It seems to not be that well known yet.
Not hugely, no. The MetaOps Discord didn't know about it. Right, and they're an NFT project on Solana.
So we're still very early.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so we're on MetaOps. We were looking at the whitelist. We were looking at the video. Anything else to talk about on MetaOps?
No, I mean, my plan is to flip a couple. I'm expecting it to sell out. Probably spike before the first avatar drop. I'll probably flip one then, and then maybe the next one before the bunker drop, and then look to long-term hold one. Depends how many I get. If I end up with 5, I like we spoke about last week. It's nice to have 3, right?
Yeah. Brilliant, Dan. All right. So, is there anything else to talk about today, or is that it?
No, all good for today.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one, and have fun in the metaverse.
Bye, guys.